for you guys, just with not doing the mat drills and kind of focusing more on the weight room and some of the other things?
Yeah, it was quick, a little bit fewer weeks than we normally have. A big component of it, yeah, the mat drills weren't there, but I think it allowed everyone kind of to focus on the football. We were all excited that football was going to be here quicker. Hasn't even been 2 months since we last played, so the 6 weeks went by quick. It was a lot of fun getting in the weight room. We did things a little bit different. I think one big aspect we focused on besides the weight room was just kind of building the brotherhood between the teams. We did a really good job at that, and like I said, we were all excited for the football. We were doing drills and skills and all that throughout the week. So just keeping football the main component, and then, yeah, it's been real fun to be back out on the field.
Has there been more conditioning involved with practice or even in other ways?
Yeah, we've been conditioning a lot. Like I said, we switched up how we did winter conditioning a little bit, just the days we run and lift. It's been switched up a few different times since I've been here, so a little bit heavier conditioning some days, might not be as much the next day, but then, we're always conditioning a lot at practice, whether it's running after or just even during practice. We always tell each other, practice is when you want to be tired. That's when you want to go out there and go 150 miles an hour every single play, because then you're going to get yourself in game shape. So,
Do you like the afternoon approach?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I'm a big routine guy, so I've had my mornings routines for a few years, so a little bit of a switch up, but I do like the afternoons because you're a little bit more awake, you're more alive, you can see more things, and then, it's a fun night whenever you're done with practice. You get to go to dinner with the guys and kind of just hang out, chill, and eat. You're done for the day.
You are a big relationships there. What has it been for you to build that relationship with Coach Brown?
Yeah, it's been amazing so far. He got here, we got to talk to him for a little bit, and then he ended up having to hit the road pretty quick. So just talking to him on the phone a few times, and then he got back here, and throughout meetings, throughout practice, seeing him in the hallway, seeing him at lunch, dinner, whatever it is, he's an unbelievable guy, unbelievable person. And then also, he played Big Ten football. He played defensive tackle position, so he has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. He's been in the exact seats we're in, and so he can relate to us on that level, on another level of just like, I know what y'all are going through. I've been there. I've done it. And then us getting to learn that from him. It's been an unbelievable job just through 3 days. I love his indie. I love the drills we're doing. I love what he's teaching in meetings and how he approaches his coaching. So I'm very, very excited about it.
For you specifically, what are you trying to improve on most this offseason to get ready for next year?
Yeah, I think when I look back at last year, I didn't play up to the standard I set for myself, and I know that. So I've been, attacking this offseason with a big chip on my shoulder, just trying to be the best me I can be. I think, a few of my biggest things are just getting my hands right. I want to have, as a defensive tackle, I want to have great hands, heavy hands that could strike. I want to have great feet and great mobility. So those are my probably 3 biggest things right now.
When you look at the 4-man pass rush, why didn't it not produce last year, maybe at the level it needed to, and how do you guys get that improved?
Yeah, I think it comes down to the execution of it, whether that's, your contained guys having to get quarterback depth before they counter, not letting them outside. There was times when we were letting guys scramble, we were letting 2A gaps be open. That's what you can't do because then it turns into 7-on-7. And so I don't think it comes down to who was out there. I think it comes down to the execution of it. And so that's what our biggest piece this offseason has been as a team is relentless execution, and we want to execute at the highest level.
Obviously, Jasir and Owen fit into that group.
Yeah, they fit amazing. 2 great humans. I love them in the room. Awesome people, a lot of experience between the both of them. Very humble guys. They come in and they just want to work, and that's what I love about them. And that's kind of what we want to do as a room this year. That's like we're not trying to be the big rah-rah guys. We know we have improvements to make, and we want to make those. But yeah, they're come in. They're gritty guys. They just want to put their hand in there, go to work, and play ball. Awesome. Thank y'all.
Thanks.